Hello, okay, this is my second attempt at explaining the crafting system, because apparently last time I forgot to turn the audio on. So, yes, so the crafting system. So, you get to the crafting system on your collection page, and then you press the crafting button, which is up here by the My Days. So then you can see all of the cards that are available. You can still see all the ones that you can collect, and whether you've got them and how many of them you've got. So at the moment, you can see I've got 2 of this card and 1 of this card. It's pointless having more than 2 of any one card because you can only ever put 2 in a deck. So there's a button down here that would disenchant any card you've got more than 2 of. So the way that crafting works is it takes 70 of the appropriate coloured gem to craft. So this card, which has blue rarity, would cost 70 to craft. And this one here would cost 70 red to craft. The general ones just cost the gems. If you want to craft a specific character card, so this one is a raptor card that's blue, I also need to have 2 of that character class. And when you're in the crafting, it tells you over here how many of each of the gems you've got and how many of that particular class you've got. So if I go back to the general one, you don't need them, so there is nothing there. Raptor I've got 3, Linda I've got 1, and so on. So let's say I wanted to craft a green card, and it cost me 70. Oh, actually, that's true. They don't all cost 2. Actually, is it based on the colour? Yes, it is. So blues take 2, greens take 4. I suspect reds are going to take 8. Reds take 10. And let's see if I can find one of the rare ones. Oh, there was one. How many do they take? 30. Yes, you can see I've got 3, so I could only craft a blue character one for that character. I can't craft at all for Linda. Ariana I could craft a blue, and Ozan I could craft 2 blue or 1 green. But let's say I wanted to craft a green one. Oh, I've only got 36 green, so I still need another 34. But that's okay, because you can exchange. Blue gems can go to green gems. So let's say I wanted 34. That would cost me 170, and that's because it takes 5 of a gem to go to 1 of the next gem up. So if you can see, if I had 200, that would go to 40, and 50 should go to 10. See? So potentially I could convert most of my gems, leaving me with 4, to 112 greens. And that is true at all levels. Oops, I don't know why I closed it. That's true at all levels, so I can also go from green to red at the same exchange rate, and so on, all the way up to I don't know what they are, legendary gems I guess. But you can also convert down from the green or higher to the previous level. So I could go from green back down to blue at a 1:3 ratio, which is obviously not good. I would suggest never doing that. Always go up. It's very easy to get blue gems, but it's harder to get the higher ones. So always go up, never go down. So that's that, and you can also, and again, never do this, convert your character tokens to blue gems at a very rubbish rate of 1 to 10. Blue gems, yes, the easiest one to get. So yes, always convert up, never convert down. You're just throwing your gems away. So that's the resources, and that's how you craft. So let's just show an example. Oh, you can also disenchant stuff manually if you decide you never want to use a card. You could recycle it for I think it's half of its character tokens and 20 of the appropriate resource. Let's have a look at a character one just to check. See if I've got. I know I have one somewhere. Let's see. Yep, looks like it's about half. Don't think I've got it. Oops, that's the one. Not sure I've got anything higher than green to check the higher than green. Let's have a look. No, I haven't got anything higher than green. So that's disenchanting. So if you decide a card is really rubbish and you're never ever going to use it, you could disenchant it. But generally, I would suggest not doing that because you never know. A card might work well at a later date. They may even, I mean, we're still in the beta, so they could potentially change the text on the card to make them better. So let's quickly show creating a card. So let's have a look at one I want to create. I want to create a general one. I'm thinking of. Is it general? Yeah, I've got to find it though. I think I'm looking at the wrong thing. What am I looking for? I'm looking for. Yeah, no, I'm not. I was looking at the right thing. I'm looking for one of two things. Why can't I find what I am looking for? Maybe it was a character specific one. I can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, let me guess. Ah, the card I want to craft, I bet you, is a burnt card. That doesn't make sense. Hold on. Why can't I find the one I'm looking for? Oh, here we are. It's this page. This is the page I was looking for. So, I want these two and this. Well, ideally I'd like a few cards, but since I'm only going to be able to afford maybe a green. Let's see. If I've got to do the exchange now. Haha. Green. How many would I need? I said 34, didn't I? So that would be 170. Oh yeah, I can do that. Let's do the conversion. Oh, I said I'm not going to be able to. Oh yeah, no, that's right. It's general. I don't need character tokens. So let's do that. So green. The green one I want is this one. Yeah, so I think this is a good card. It's one I haven't got, and I could do with it. I would obviously ideally like to make two of these, but I might be able to make two of them, but I'll come back in a minute once I've crafted the blue ones, because that's going to cost me. The blue ones are going to cost me 280 to craft two of, so yeah, let's go leave with yeah, it's not enough. So anyway, I'll have one of these. So I'm going to ignore the amount of damage it does, because my decks, at least two of my decks, the decks I intend on putting in especially, can easily get to 3 damage, so I am not too worried about the damage. I mean, there obviously are cards that are played that would affect the health of my minions, but my opponent could affect the health of my minions. But generally, most of the time you don't have to worry about that. I mean, you have to keep it in mind, but that obviously is a good card, because you get 2 cards, and card draw is really good. And you get 1 money. So, amazingly powerful. Okay, and as I said, I also like, let's see, am I looking at the wrong thing? No, it's definitely a red card. Oh, right, I see. They're not in the same place. It's because I have restricted it to just the blue ones. But if I do that, it turns it off and then puts it back. I'm expecting it to be. Yes. See, I didn't know you could do that. You can press on colour and it limits it to just the ones you care about. That's why I was struggling to find it before, because I'd done that. Right. There you learn something new every day. So, I like these two cards. Yeah, those are the only ones I'm going to still be able to afford to craft, so let's create those. So this one is... so there's another card that I have in my decks which costs 2 gold to heal 7, and it's very, very useful. Now obviously once my attack is 3, this is better because I don't need money. And the decks, again the 2 decks I intend on putting it in, get the 3 attack pretty quickly, so these 2 cards are very good. So I am going to build 2 of these. I don't think there's a way of crafting multiples at a time. Now I know during the alpha there was a bug with this where you crafted 2 of the same card, it would bug out, but I assume they would have fixed that by now because that was quite some time ago. Okay, cool. And this one. So this one, they discard a card. Now that is reducing their hand size. This is obviously very good against the one that does. I can never remember the name of the characters. The one that does the damage based on their hand size. But it's also good against decks in general, because if you're reducing their hand size, they have less cards to pick from, or potentially can't fill all the slots. So very, very good. So let's do that. Do we have 2 of those? Okay, and there we go. Those are the cards I want. So let's close the crafting and modify my deck. So you may remember, if you were watching my previous stream, which I haven't put on YouTube, so if you're watching this on YouTube you won't be able to find that, but my previous stream I was playing with this deck, and I decided I didn't like this card, which was the previous card I crafted. Obviously, until you've got the cards, they may look good in practice, in theory, but in practice they aren't necessarily as good. So I'm not saying this is a bad card, I'm just saying that this doesn't work in this deck. So I'm taking it out, and since I only have 1 of them, it's not worth building a deck around it. So that's taken this deck back down to 30 cards, but obviously I am about to put in these 2 cards, which I think I'm going to replace. This is the card I said I wanted to replace, so it's 1 less health, but it's obviously doesn't cost me money. And the other one was this one. So, are there any cards I can take out? So, I've just reduced the amount of money this deck needs by 4. So as you can see, this deck now has costs of 8, 12, 14, 16. This deck only has a cost of 16 money, and it's got 26 as a reward. So I think we can reduce the amount of money income we have. Let's see what we've got. I still think that is good. That's a great way to get money. Again, when you've got 3 attack. So the thing that is starting to worry me about this deck is I'm starting to rely on the fact that I get that +1 attack a bit more than I would like, but I do have quite a few ways of getting to it. I mean, this one becomes significantly more powerful when you get to 4 attack. And then obviously these are all 3 attack. And then this is all 2. So let's consider removing the 3 cost. No, none of the 3 costs gave me money. And I still want the armor. Could remove these 2 minion. But that's nice. I took out. So I can get 6 attack plus my base of 2, so I can get up to 8. As you can see, the hardest one to attack is this 9, but attacking this with 3 attack is fine. So really this 4 attack, which I tend to play early before I get the 4 damage anyway, so all of these minions are 3 attack. So your question is, at that point, why do I need 6 attack? And the answer is battle. Battle, the fight at the end, and the battle here. You know what? I'm thinking of redoing this deck a little bit. I'm contemplating taking. The more I think about this, the more I think I may have too much attack in this deck. Well, the trouble is, you're not going to get them all, are you, mostly? I mean, I certainly have had games where I've only had 3 attack at the final fight. So, yeah, I think... You know what, I'm going to leave it at 32. I'm not going to take any cards out. I think the next card I would take out would be the Goblin Flash Mob. But I quite like that being in the deck. So let's keep that in. And what was the other deck I wanted to put this in? I can't remember. So that one's got 4, so yeah, that one's okay. I'll probably put it in that one then. And just check Ariane. Ozone. Yeah, I think it's the Ariane deck I was thinking of. Ariane. Oh, this has got too many cards in already. See if putting these in is going to make any difference. So, put that in.
Looks like I'm going first.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I have low health. I must be careful.
Thank you.
Ha ha ha!
Sometimes you must lose to learn. I should rethink my strategy.
Any cards? This deck doesn't have any. I don't know if I want weapons in here. I would not. Well, yeah, I don't think the weapons is. Even this is just a bad deck. Just a bad deck. We need to think about this. What? I think that's what this deck should be trying to do, to be honest. Hand size. Still want to know what the asphyxia is. So since we're building on hand size, so it's 16, 24, 28, 34, wow, already 34. 36. Yeah, I'm not going to have two of those, am I? That's just too expensive. Because you're not going to get both done in the same round. And you're not going to keep your hand size at that size for very long, so... I think that more matches it, doesn't it? Because now it's 8, 16, 26... 28, yeah, there you go, as a match. Usually you want more money coming in than you want to spend, but... Okay, well, 33 is still a little high, isn't it? Go on, we'll give that a go. One thing I do struggle with is to get my dex down to 30. It's pretty difficult. Let's see how this goes.
Looks like I'm going first.
I need this card I draw to be something I can play. Okay, take 6 damage, lovely. And then so I'm taking 11 damage from my own hand, lovely. Something right about this deck still. If I want to build so I can actually play that asphyxiate card. Ah, what have you done? Yeah, that's pretty bad. You know what, I just want to see this asphyxiate card work, so I am just going to...
Yeah!
Gonna do it, and take the damage and lose this game. So I want to see what it does. If it's not good, I can take it out of the deck, and that will save me a card. Right, now I can see what the card is.
I have low health. I must be careful.
Rival takes damage equal to their next enemy's attack times 2. Okay. Pretty good card, but it was... I pretty much kill myself to get it. Turns out I almost recovered this with those cards, but there you go. I haven't got the money for that, of course.
I have low health. I must be careful.
How can I be of service, friend of Al-Kharid?
Yeah!
If I make it to the end of this chapter, I will be shocked. There you go, I'm dead.
Welcome. It is
Yeah.
good to see you
Okay,
again.
well, so the asphyxiate card is actually quite good, but I'm not sure it's going to work in this deck.
I should rethink my strategy.
Because the damage to do it is too good, too high. I can't, this deck isn't going to get there quick enough.
I didn't see that one coming.
That audio was a bit weird. Okay, right, so there you go. One card I can take out. Although it's not a bad card, it's just not good for this deck. Okay, and then let's rename this to... Yeah, okay, 32 is going to be fine. Right. Well, actually, how did I modify Raptor? I put in those two cards tonight, which are the Mutineer and Dragon Fledge. Okay, yeah, I took out that one. Okay. Also 32. And I decided there was nothing else I could do. I think... I'm going to lose, because I should probably practice it first, but never mind. We'll see. Because I took out the card. So I put those two in and I took out the one I needed to get to 10 armor, that's it. So I don't need to worry about getting to 10 armor anymore. I could probably take out the ones where I lose 5 armor actually. Lose 5 armor, gain 1 attack. Yeah, I might do that actually. Because then I don't have to worry about losing my armor. Because at the moment this deck I have to try and hold off on
Looks like
using
I'm
armor.
going first.
Yeah. Just need one more attack and 2 more money. 2 more money or 1 more attack some other way.
I must think fast.
Which then takes me straight up to 4. I think there's one of those cards I'd have to just... Didn't want that one to go really. So I was hoping that that would... because that would obviously help.
Welcome. It is good to see you again. Welcome. It is good to see you again.
He's got a lot of money, hasn't he? Wonder what his plan is. Interesting. See, I don't know whether I want to play that going second. If I was going first. Oh well, since I've got another one, I will.
Yeah!
What? What? Okay, fine. I'll take the victory, but that's a bit weird.
You could have done no better.
I was about to make him lose his weapon, the next thing he hit, but... Okay, so... just before that game started, I just decided I was going to modify the deck in a certain way, didn't I? I said I was going to take out the armor one. That one. Don't think I need it. Which has reduced my money requirement considerably. So... let's rebalance this deck a little, because the money is not needed. So, let's... I've got 3 slots I need to fill now. Well, that seems sensible for this deck, given how much money it's got. So now it's 816. Which means I actually do need a little bit more money, so I'm actually going to put back in one of those cards I took out a second ago. There we go. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Right. I think that's enough for now. I'll see you guys later.